Hi ladies, it's Laureen here, and first of all, I want to apologize for not updating everybody sooner. I did end up getting my period last Saturday, so it ended up being a 28-day cycle. So kind of what I figured was going to happen with Clomid. It put me on 28 days, which is good. Oh, we have a little visitor. This is Munchkin. Sweetie. And then I was going to do, I felt the symptoms of my period coming, so, and I didn't want to test, and I didn't want to see the not pregnant, so I just figured if it hadn't come by Monday, then I would test. But it came on Saturday. Saturday morning when I woke up, it was there, so. Which is kind of sad because I really thought we hit the mark this time around, and with the help of Clomid, I really hoped that we would get our BFP this month, but no such luck. So you can move a little bit. Thank you. So what that means now is we have this month off because my husband is away. He's not coming home until May 7th. And I will already have gone through a whole cycle by then. So, which is kind of good. I'm still going to take my temperature and still going to track, how my cycle goes, just so I can kind of keep an eye on, what my normal temperatures are, and so I have that recorded. And then in May, we're just going to try naturally again. No medication. She fully believes that I'm ovulating fine. My Clomid challenge test said everything was normal, so she didn't really feel the need to add extra gusto for it. So, and then he goes away again in June, and he's back in July. So every other month he's away. So what I'm going to start doing is at the end of June, I'm going to start doing, if we don't get pregnant, that is, in May, then in the end of June, then I will start doing the hormone medications and things like that, and then July we will do in vitro. So I went back to the doctors yesterday? Yes, yesterday. Just to get one blood test done that they had forgotten to do the last time around. As you've seen, I have cats. And since my husband is probably going to continue to be away throughout the pregnancy, then I wanted to get myself tested for the toxoplasmosis. That's the parasite that is in some cat species, and which is one of the reasons why they don't want pregnant people scooping litter and dealing with litter and things of that nature, because if you contract that parasite while pregnant, it's very dangerous for the fetus. Can cause brain damage and all sorts of stuff, so obviously you don't want to do that. But I've been I've had cats all of my life. I've been scooping litter, oh God, for 20 years at this point. So the likelihood that I've already been exposed to it is there. And my doctor said that if I test positive for it, then I don't really have to worry about it happening, because it's only dangerous if you contract it while you're pregnant. If you've already contracted it, then they don't think it's a big deal. I asked her, what I could do otherwise, and as far as protecting myself anyway, and she said, wear gloves, wear a mask, wash your hands, right after you're doing it, and then also try to scoop it like every day, because apparently the parasite becomes an issue after 48 hours. Sorry, there's a feather flying around. So after 48 hours, I guess that's when the parasite becomes an issue, or dangerous. I'm not really quite sure. Something like that. So that's what she explained to me. So, even if I do test positive for the parasite, I'm going to do that, you know, and then when my husband's home, he's scooping litter. Because let's face it, that's one of the perks of being pregnant, not having to scoop litter. So, you know, and, you know, my doctor said that, you know, just in case, still, you know, avoid it when possible. So, of course, I'm going to. So that's what they tested. They took my blood for it yesterday. So, and that's about it. Otherwise, so again, I just wanted to apologize for not making an update this past week. Like I said, I was going to. Um, I'm sure, as you're all aware, all of the chaos that happened this past week in Boston, and it was just a little overwhelming and a little distracting. And I work a block and a half from where the finish line is in Boston. I thankfully wasn't in work on Monday. I called in sick. So I was at home watching the marathon sporadically on TV. You know, I was working on some of my taxes, things like that. So I saw all of the updates coming through and was just like so scared and frightened for all of my friends and coworkers that could have been there. Thankfully, nobody that I personally knew was injured or hurt, killed, any of those things. But my heart goes out to all of those people, oh, that lost loved ones, and that are dealing with horrible, horrible injuries, and not only physical but mental. My thoughts and prayers are with them, and it's just, you know, I lived in New Jersey, worked in New York for like 6 years, and I just kept saying, you know, I can't wait to get out of this city. I always felt like it was such a big target, and then I moved home here, and go figure, you know what, you're never safe. You're never safe, and it can happen anywhere. I'm just so happy that they, you know, caught the two guys. One's dead, and the other one is critically injured in the hospital right now, but under heavy guard. So, and as soon as he is able to speak, they're going to try to question him and ask him if there was any possible reasoning behind what they did, and if he was coerced by his brother, or, you know, if there's other sort of background, whatever. I mean, there's not going to be any reason that's going to make us understand why it's happened. Things just like, it's just crazy. People are just nuts and do stupid things like this, and no one knows why. So I'm just so thankful that it wasn't any worse than it could have been. It could have been so much worse. I mean, 200 people hurt is still terrible. 3 people killed at the race, and then that poor MIT cop. Just so unnecessary. But yeah, so I'm really proud of all of our cops and nurses and doctors and everybody that was involved, our government, you know, that came through and gave us the help that we needed. I worked at home on Tuesday, and then I worked at home Friday because of the lockdown. It's just so frightening. And to think, you know, I think about this all the time about, like, is this world too crazy? Do I really want to bring a child into this world? Like, oh, God, I really want to be a mother, but is that just selfish? Because look at what we're going through. Look at these people that are doing stupid things. So, oh, gosh, you know, it scares me. It really does. But yeah, my Boston pride has definitely been reignited. I have a t-shirt on right now. Live more, love more, Boston. So, yeah, I had another shirt that I was going to wear yesterday that was Boston with a heart around it. Because yesterday was wear your Boston t-shirts, wear your Boston proud, and all that. And, well, well, we were certainly proud, and we are certainly proud still. And so, anyway. So, that's pretty much the reason why I just didn't get around to updating. It was just kind of crazy. So anyway, that's all I have for now. I'm going to I'll update you guys as I get more information, or just check in, or maybe I'll do some of those tags and things like that just to kind of keep some things going so you guys can get to know me, um, know my family, and that kind of thing. Oh, you can see in the background that picture right there. Those are my two nephews. Chase is up here. He just turned 9, and this is Callan, and he is a year and a half now. So, and they live with me. They live with me and my family here. We have an interesting setup going on right now. Um, this house that I live in is actually the house that I grew up in, renovated. When my husband and I were talking about moving up here, my dad was living here by himself, and it was just it's a 3-bedroom ranch, and he was living by himself, like I said. And we started talking about it, and my dad was like, "Have you thought about maybe renovating this house and moving in here?" And to be honest, it had crossed my mind, but I wasn't sure it was something that my dad would go for. But yeah, so that's what we did. We renovated a ranch, a 3-bedroom ranch, into a 4-bedroom colonial, and the first floor was kind of an open floor plan. And then my brother and sister-in-law also moved in with us, and at the time they had just the one nephew up here. And about a month or two after they moved in, we found out that they were expecting. So that was really exciting. So it's really exciting for me. I just, I'd already kind of gotten to that mind of wanting to have a family and everything. And being around my second nephew being born, and just being around him growing up from an infant and everything, it's been awesome. And building that relationship, and getting to build a relationship with my older nephew too, because I was away living in New Jersey for most of his life. So I moved away when he was only a year old. So that part has been just amazing. Getting to bond with them so much, and getting to see what it's like having a baby in the house. So, and yeah, it's been fun. I love it. So I really I can't wait to give them a little cousin. So, all right. Anyway, I'm really going this time. So be watching for all of your updates, and I will update again soon. Bye.